Tales from the Hood, all right? Check this one out. One day back in the days, I was about 10 years old. My mother sent me to the store to get her some cigarettes with a note. Those who know how that used to be. You used to be able to buy cigarettes for your parents with a note. Please give my son these cigarettes, and pay him the money and they would give it to you. Not no more, right? The liquor store is now a t-shirt shop or something, but hey, but this was a liquor store back in the days. So I would walk through this gas station right here, and when I got over here, it was a bunch of the homies that I knew from the neighborhood. They were a lot older than me, but you know, back in the days, you knew everybody in the neighborhood. So I'm over here in the neighborhood, and I'm walking through the crowd, and my cousin is there, local boy, he's there. He's like, what's up, boy, how you doing? He giving me knuckle noogies and headlocking me and stuff and socking me, trying to make me tough, whatever. He's like, man, be careful, all right? And I go into the store. So I go into the store and I buy the cigarettes. While I'm buying the cigarettes, he comes in behind me and he's like, yo, buy these cigarettes, bro, but when you walk outside, don't talk to none of these cats out here. Just walk right past them, don't say hi, nothing to them, just walk past them. Take the cigarettes home and then meet me on 30th at the house. I gotta holler at you. So I'm walking up to my cousin right here in front of me. This is where they were when I walked up on him to meet him. And he was standing out here in front of the spot with a couple of guys. And as I walked up, the other guys kind of walked off. And then my cousin was left there by himself. So we stood outside in front of his house talking for a little bit. And he was like, you know what was about to happen? I said, nah, what was about to happen? He said, they're finna put you on Harlem. And I said, what? Hell no. He was like, yeah, they're finna put you on Harlem. But look, this is what I told him. Don't mess with him. This is not for him. If anybody try to put him on the hood, y'all gotta come see me. You see, at the time, local boy was about 20 years old or something, 19, 20 years old. So the cats he was hanging out with was about 5, 10 years younger than him. So he was kind of like the OG to them at the time. You gotta remember, this is the early 80s, like 70, 83 or something like that, 84 maybe. He was a G to them back then. So they had to listen to him. So anytime I saw them again, they never even mentioned nothing like that. They always shook my hand, dabbed me up, but they always would, but they never even thought about touching me. Never even thought about touching me. But guess what? About 6 months later, this is what happened. So yo, this is where my cousin, big loco boy from 30s, was with his friend, and he was invited over here by somebody else from the neighborhood. And granted, there was some stuff going on that I heard later on that was happening between the guy that invited him over here in the hood and stuff he was doing with the cat. So, you know, to a degree, I got it. But at the end of the day, was it worth taking somebody's life for? That's between them. But at the same time, this is the space where it went down. So my boy, my cousin, local boy, his friend was invited over here, and they come over here and they stand outside of this gate right here. And they waiting for the guy to come and pull up. But while they waiting, they sitting around talking and chatting and stuff. And then all of a sudden the guy pulls up and he just starts spraying, AKing them. Shot both of him and his friend, killed them both on the scene. This is what happened. This is what happens in the neighborhood. These are the type of traumas that we gotta go through. I had to sit back and analyze. This man just tried to save me from the very fate that he just suffered. And for that right there, I wanna say to local boy, I appreciate you so much, bro, for standing up for me and not letting me get a part of any of that foolery, that mess that they called gangbanging back in the days. You saved my life. You saved me from this neighborhood that I grew up in, called the 30s. And I appreciate you, bro, for that sacrifice. May you rest in peace. And I want you to know that you love, bro, still here on earth. Your name will still live along. I'm sorry you had to take that fate. I'm sorry you got caught up in that world. I'm sorry you couldn't see it for yourself how to get out of it and leave it alone. But I'm grateful that you saw something different in me to say, hey, little bro, this ain't for you. I'm Jasir, y'all. I appreciate your time. Tales from the Hood.